What's good,
Yes,
my guy?
sir.
What's
Step
good?
two,
What up, bro?
Omen.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yo, appreciate you guys joining me on the low theory.
Yes, yes. For sure.
You know, you guys are just as important as any guest that I have on here, man. Because we got that history. We
Oh
go
yeah.
back like car seats.
House parties, basement parties,
Oh yeah.
Definitely,
all the types of
definitely,
parties.
everything, man. Damn, so let's see how far back do we go? I mean, I can't really pinpoint it, but I think Omen, I think I met you maybe when you were in, I don't know, freshman maybe or sophomore year of your high
Yeah,
school.
yeah, yeah. Nah, actually, my sophomore year in high school, that's when we
Okay.
started getting
And
cool. We
then
used to play football out there, tag
yep,
football.
yep. And then Johan, I mean Johan, I went to school with his sister, with your
Yeah.
sister first. I was in like I think I was in middle school with your sister, to be honest, and then I connected with you, bro. So
Yeah. True.
mad history, mad history, man. But
True.
anyways, on the low theory, man, here's what we do: we chop it up, right, about pretty much what you got going on. But I want people to know about specifically because you guys are dancers. I want people to know about you guys, to find out about you guys, and to make sure that they follow you clearly. We keep it short, sweet, and concise. You know what I mean? So let's just dive right into it. One question I want to do, one thing I want to do first is have you guys introduce yourself. So why don't you just state your name, state the crew that you dance for, and maybe how long you guys have been dancing. So whoever wants to go first.
All right. Johan, B-Boy Step 2. My crew's Del Fuego Wolfpack out of Boston. I've been dancing since probably 14, 15-ish, a little bit off and on until I got more serious as I got a little older. And I'm from Lynn.
Word.
Yo, Anthony Cabrera, also known as B-Boy Omen. Ah, and I think I've been dancing for like 23 years now. Just like with Step, basically I grew up with these guys, so we all grew up together and we all taught each other in the art form of hip hop and
Yep.
creativity and everything that we bring now and all that stuff. So yeah, 23 years, and I'm from Lynn. I'm saying, and
Sin City,
yeah,
the real Sin
Man,
City.
I'm saying
Word up.
that's the Shaolin right there.
I love that. Yo, it made me, you guys, when you were doing your intro, it made me think about something. Was there any like particular element outside of b-boying that you guys early on were kind of interested in? Like, damn, I wish I could have did that. Like, or you wanted to do, but you never really focused on it?
well, to be honest, the first thing I ever did was try to pop, which I was horrible, and graffiti.
Word.
Before I even did anything with breaking. Those were like the first two things that I kind of like tried to do, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
And my boy Star, he got these videos and stuff from the West Coast, and that kind of like made me be like, nah, I want to do this breaking shit. So
Andy Star?
yeah, Andy Star,
Oh,
right?
oh
Yeah.
shit. That's
So
crazy.
he used to scratch a lot with the DJ stuff, so he used to get all the videos from all the VHSs from Cali
Yeah.
that had breaking, like all different types of stuff. And we saw those videos. I mean, we saw, the Beach Street and all the other movies. Yeah, that was cool, but it wasn't until like those Cali vids, you know what I'm saying, that really was like, all right, this is the shit that we want to be into.
Oh, word. What about you, Omen?
Yo, well, in the beginning, I was already like with the whole hip hop situation. I was already listening to like the music. My aunts and my uncles were already in it. They were younger, so they were already in it. Like the first time I ever saw some Mills was like one of my uncles in the kitchen. I was just like, you see it, but you're just like, wow, that's dope. I don't know how to do that, but all right, you just keep going in life. Later on, you find it, and you're like, oh, I remember that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
the first thing I ever tried by watching Yo MTV Raps. I always try to copy that what was it, that logo that they had, the exploding thing with this,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
You
Like
tried to
just
draw that?
yeah, like
Yeah.
just to see if I could draw, if I could graph and shit. I was
Word.
horrible. Yeah, I would be like, damn, let me see if it looks like, oh man, that's dope. Like I was into it, you know what I mean? But I didn't know nobody that was into that type of stuff at the time. But
Right.
but go, coming to Lynn made that happen. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Put me
that's
around
true.
some peoples. Right?
Nah, word. Yo, early on, like, for instance, like, I'll tell you just a quick story. Like, for me, you know, when you look, when we grew up, we look at these figures as not really idols, but like, wow, I wish I could meet them. Like certain individuals, right? There's a particular producer. I'm not gonna say who, but he's legendary. And I'm like, man, I wish I could meet him. And then I had that opportunity, and I met him, and he was a dick. It was
Yeah.
horrible. Like nothing that I imagined. It was horrible.
Yikes.
Right? But I'm not going to put his name out there. Was there any type of B-boy that you guys early on were like, yo, I wish I would have ever met him, and then you met him and then you're like, ooh, not what I thought?
Mm,
Or has everybody been cool?
I mean, at least the people that I wanted to meet, they've always been cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's other people that you hear like they dicks around the scene and shit. They be assholes or they ask too much for shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't really associate myself with those guys.
Yo, real quick, sorry, I'm gonna let you answer that, Omen, but G.I. Joe is in the chat, and he definitely reminded me of something because I was with him in Salem State University. This has got to be early 90s. Yep. And we actually met Crazy Legs for the first time. And yo, if Crazy Legs is listening to this, I'm sorry, bro. You are an OG. But the day that me and G.I. Joe met Crazy Legs,
I'm laughing.
straight dick, bro. You know, we're like, yo, we seen this dude from the old videos. We're like, this guy's amazing.
Right, right.
Nah, but in person, man, he wasn't having it. He wasn't that dude, man. But anyways, Omen, what about you?
Nah, I mean, like, I definitely met some interesting characters. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been a person that gives the other person a chance at least to reveal themselves, like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let you be you in your space. You know what I mean? And then I'm just gonna look to see what, who you are as a person. You know what I mean? And like, and when you break with somebody too, like a lot of people might not see it this way, but when you see, when you break with somebody, you kind of see, you know what I mean? Like the fakeness, if it's real, if it's, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's fake.
Yeah.
And then you can put that person in a certain circle or whatever. But other than that, like every time I meet somebody, everybody's pretty cool. Like, like off the surface, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
Yeah, I think like in the scene, we're pretty accepting of a lot of people, different nationalities, sexuality, whatever. So I feel like everyone gets each other in a way where they don't come off like that. It's only when like
Ego. I think it's an ego thing, though.
yeah, like I've been in the movies, I did this, I did that. They
Mhm.
come with that shit, and it's like, come on, get out of here before I smoke you. But
Yeah,
Right.
they start name dropping and stuff, like who they know and who they chill with, who they break with, and you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Just
And
like,
I,
hey, whatever, dogs.
I agree, though. I do agree, Step2. I think the B-boy community, the breaking community, is a lot more receptive to other people.
yeah,
It's different from music. Music is it's totally different, where there's a lot of ego in music. So that's why I had that original story. But yeah, I agree. They are a little bit more receptive.
yeah.
And but like Omen said, I guess you can tell that energy right away.
Yeah,
Right.
man, for sure. I mean,
Yo,
it's something that like if you pay attention on what's going on and how people move, and you can kind of see, like, I don't know, maybe my surroundings as I was growing up made me that way, but through hip hop I learned how to be more receptive to certain things just so I can move accordingly in the room, and
of
just
course,
my
man.
thing.
That's right.
Right. Now, when it comes to battling, few questions. Has there ever been a battle where the DJ is just playing absolute trash music, but you still got to
Absolutely.
go in and kill it?
Absolutely, bro. Like, I've been to a battle where the DJ's just cutting it back and forth a little bit too much. It's like, my man, we need to actually hear music.
True story. True
So,
story. MIT. I don't know what year this was, but it was I think I don't remember the year, but it was an MIT event, and it was a top rock battle. It was like a top rock battle, and I'm top rocking, and I forgot the DJ's name, but I know he was with Act One. Much love to Act One.
For sure.
Much respect to this is a story. I don't want to put nobody out there. But,
right.
You know what I mean?
Salute
But,
Act
I think
One.
it was one of his students, and he was freaking DMC of the night. And I'm like, yo, this is a top rock battle. So I started top rocking against him. I started throwing grenades, rocket launchers, freaking like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, yo, you're whack. Get out of there. You want some juice? Please pass the decks, bud. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here.
Yo, and to keep it all the way funky too, like, cause this happens a lot. I see like a lot of DJs, they'll play the dope records for their boys, but they'll play shitty records for people they don't know. Even if they might be dope, but they'll just play the shitty record. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that happen so many times.
Wow.
I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but I gotta keep it real.
No.
You know?
No, for sure. Because listen,
underlining, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I asked that question only because during a battle, music is very important. Music is what's gonna sway you a certain way, even though you got whatever you got moves in your head, but that music is gonna sway you. So it's like if you're coming out as a trash DJ and not supplying heavy rhythm, you know what's gonna happen, right?
I mean, now, it's hip hop, bro. It's hip hop. We all have a say in what we, you know what I mean? Like everybody has a voice. So I expressed myself when I was top rocking and I heard the scratching. I was just like, throw a grenade that way. Hopefully it's for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's going on, man?
Right, for sure. No, absolutely. Now leads me to the next question. Usually when I see breaking battles, I see the DJ, I see the dancers, but I also see someone on the mic, an MC or like a hype man, and he's kind of observing and going, "Oh, yo, did you see that?" Now,
right.
How important is that announcer or MC to the battle?
Oh yeah, they could persuade the judges. I think so.
Yeah.
I think
it
so.
all depends on the character. It all it all depends on the character of the judge. Like if he's for real, like he's not. He's there to give his opinion 100% and not be swayed by the announcer or the people or anything like that. It has to be that type of strong character type to do that. But yeah, for sure, bro. Get swayed all the time. That's
crazy.
You see it in their faces. They start looking around and stuff, like smiling, don't even know what to do. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, a minute ago you was like this.
Right.
Now you're like this.
Again, I'm asking these questions because for the future people who are setting up battles, listen to what they're saying. These are important components. Make sure your DJ's on point. Make sure your announcer's on point. Right? And now it leads me to the next one. Do you think, both of you guys, that the judges of these battles, some of them, are they qualified, or have you seen judges where you're like, this guy's not even qualified to judge this battle?
It happens. They they want to put their boy on, you know what I'm saying, to make some extra little paper, but I think it depends on what city, you know what I'm saying, because each city's going to have their little superstar, you know what I'm saying? Now, whether that superstar is good enough in other states, that's a different story. So in their state, they might be the superstar, so they might be like, all right, let's put him to judge. But for everyone else, they're probably like, why is he judging? You know what I'm saying? So it does happen. I think they just need to do their research, make sure that the people that they pick have a history, you know what I'm saying? Like actually battled before. Like don't be having people up there ain't never battled. Like that's a no-no.
Right. But Crazy Freddy said on the chat.
What I say to everybody, to all the B-boys, try to travel. Once you conquer your city, it's time to move on to another city. You can't just be the champion there. You got to be the champion everywhere. So you gotta test yourself. Yeah. Once I started winning a lot in Boston, well, I went to New York. Then I started winning most of the one-on-ones in New York. Then I went to Florida. And I started winning a few jams with it. And I went to Texas. And I go to Cali. Then I went to Chicago. And then it's like, by doing that and even just making it far, you still build a rep. You know what I'm saying? You still build like recognition and respect because you're putting your time and your effort and, you're creating your moves and all this stuff. You know what I mean? That takes a lot of energy, a lot of time. People see that, when you're expressing yourself, especially in the competition. You know what I mean? They see that. Like, oh, snap, this dude's killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I put some time in. So now, like, that's stamping it for other people to be like, you know what? I want to ask this man to be a judge. You know what I mean? Because he's killing it, bro. Like, this dude is doing it. You know what I mean? So that's what I always try to recommend to all the B-boys out there. Try to travel as much as you can. You know what I mean? But first, conquer your city first, though. Like, solidify.
Make a name for yourself in that city. Now,
yes.
Crazy Freddie is in the chat. Salute Crazy Freddie, and he said
What up?
basically that yes, sir. And he basically said that judges should have at least 10 years of dancing under their belt. You guys agree?
I kind of
really,
agree because the experience, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna know more of the dance, how to do the actual dance. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to judge the shit, you got to be able to like know some shit, you know? So you don't got to be the greatest B-boy ever, you know what I'm saying? But the knowledge and the understanding, I think, comes with time, you know? I don't know if 10 years should be like the...
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they should have some type of experience and time in the game.
I think for sure you should have some experience and time in the game. I think it has to do a lot too with the like if you have 10 years in the game and you've matured in a certain way, like in the dance, where it's like, damn, you know, it's impressive. You know what I'm saying? I would give you a little bit more leeway. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is a new gen judge to me. Like, you know, he should be in the 3 where there should be an elder generation, a current, and then he's the youngest one, just to get all the generation's opinions, which I don't mind that either. You know what I mean? Because the new generation has to learn how to judge if they want to judge. You know what I mean? Because not every dope B-boy is a good judge. Trust me. I've seen this dude. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, whoa, all right. So, you know what I mean? But, like, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Like, the maturity of the dance within the 10 years, you know, if you're a dancer that's been in the game 15 years, 20 years, plus, like myself and Johan, we kind of, you know, like pinpointed, like, oh, snap, okay, I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man is, you know.
Right.
I would feel more comfortable entering a situation like that. Other than some kid that's like some mad generic. And he does all the Red Bull moves, but he ain't got nothing for himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, nah, I ain't entering that jam. That kid is not qualified for sure.
Word.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense.
No copy and paste B-boys.
None of that.
Right. As far as footwear goes, you guys think there's a particular style of shoe or sneaker or brand that works best for dancing?
I like running sneakers because it's better on my back. But people use the Puma Suede Classics, you know what I'm saying, to shell toes, and then they might switch it over to like some type of running sneaker, you know what I mean? Especially now that the running sneaker is like really big, there's a lot of styles coming out. A lot of people are like heading into that direction, but I don't think there's a certain brand or anything, nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I started with running sneakers in the beginning, and then I transferred to more like flat sneakers just to like try it out. I was digging it, but then I came back to running sneakers again. So,
okay.
Yeah, but like I don't know. What I can say about kicks is that if Nikes, for me, I destroyed them things in like 3 months. Now you give me some some Puma cells or some Pumas or something, you know, them joints will last like at least a year, you know what I mean, or maybe a year and a half. But you know, like, I don't know what it is. Nikes for like B-boy, for me, nah. Adidas,
okay.
Depends.
Yo, G.I. Joe used to rock in Timberlands.
Yeah, I seen him blaze out some inside 90s with some Timberlands, like fucking like blur out, like.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, we only got like 8 more minutes. Yo, G.I. Joe, send me a request. We'll bring you in for that last section. But yo, besides breaking, is there any particular style of dance that's one of your favorites? Anyone?
House music.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I like the guys when I first started, they were already dancing house. So I remember when I first saw them, I was like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. Like the music, would tell me all different types of stories, you know what I'm saying? About them going to the loft and going to after hours to go dance and stuff. And I was just like 14 at the time.
Right.
Trying to sneak out of my house. But yeah,
Right.
you know, house was it still is the shit, you know, to me, you know what I mean?
Word up.
That's,
What
that's
about you, Omen?
that's a hard question, man, because it's like, you know, you grew up listening to all these different tunes and stuff, you know, and like house is definitely like a style that I always was impressed of watching, you know what I mean? Like the fluidity in it and all that stuff, like just to like learn it and be around cats that were doing it too. Because like I grew up with Step, so basically I would be around. I was just younger, you know what I mean? So yeah, house for sure is one of them. But like as I've grown, like and traveled and seen different scenes and stuff like that, even like freestyle hip hop, I wasn't even really like into that like that until like I started touring more and doing more like, you know, corporate stuff and then I was like, oh snap, that's another style that I kind of like, you know what I mean? And I'm just kind of like, oh snap, it's different, you know? It's something that I didn't really see a lot, you know, but
I like that. I like that. Word. So if anybody's listening on the future in the podcast, we just brought in DJ G.I. Joe.
yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Air horn. Yo, Joe, what's up, brother?
What's good?
Chilling, man.
Yo, it's good to see the family, everybody in there. This is amazing.
Word up, word up. Joe, I want to have you on as your own solo episode for sure, but because you've been, you know, so active in the chats, man, talk to us about your early B-boy days, bro. Like what made you dance? Like what influenced you to get into that world?
I mean, shit. Listen, I was born in the 80s. Let's just get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like the early influence, all my uncles was B-boys in New York City when I was a little kid. So the influence was there from the very beginning, but it wasn't until I was hanging out with Popsicle, you know, me and Julio Medina. Me and him. He was my original partner in crime. I didn't even really dance like that. I didn't even learn windmills until him and I were like out there busting it out on cardboard, bro.
Right.
Like me and Julio, we really started that shit together. We wanted to start our own crew back in high school called the Beat Breakers.
The Beat Breakers.
And so, you know, once we started getting really like practicing and all of that and getting our dance on and really kind of taking it serious, we actually used to go all the way up to Tingsboro to the skate key just to battle against the Asian kids.
Yeah.
And that's really what catapulted us to want to be dope as fuck, right? And then the infamous battle against LOI before I had even known they were LOI. So we were in Salem, and me and Julio, we had some linoleum, and Cheeky, Mario, Freddie, and I think Felipe was there, I'm not sure. And they battled us that day. And, you know, bro, we were like two little kids that didn't really know shit, but I battled everybody. I didn't care. I was like, let's go. But then later on, we all became part of the same crew.
Right. Yo, real quick, because I was there, but tell everybody that story about Crazy Legs.
So, well, it wasn't only Crazy Legs. The reason Crazy Legs was there is because he was with Tony Touch.
Right.
We were at the radio
Tony
station.
Touch when he had the long hair.
Yeah, the original
I remember.
Tony Toka.
Yeah,
He came with Tony Touch to the radio station, and you know he was supposed to be doing an interview. But prior to the interview, he already seemed kind of agitated. So I had asked him some personal questions. Maybe I didn't even have any business asking, whatever. I just was straight up. I was like, yo, I heard some things, and I asked him, and he got really upset and angry. And then he didn't, like, we was like, yo, you want to throw down with us? Like, he didn't want to have no business, nothing to do with us at all. He was like, I'm tired. Like, you know, he was playing which is understandable. Like, looking back now, it's like, yeah, he was kind of a dick. But I'm like, yo, he traveled an ill minute to get there probably. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't his first thing on his mind was probably not to be like, yeah, sure, let's hang out.
Right. That's true. That's true. Look, you're right. Looking back, you're right.
You know what I
Nah.
mean? I mean, you know, it is what it is. I've been on tours and in bad moods, and people thought I was a dick too at some points. So whatever.
Right.
I don't hold it
Right.
against them, but that is one of the memories I have. Like, oh, this guy, I thought he was cool.
Right. Yo, last question, man. I'm gonna throw it out to Step 2 and Omen because you guys are still very active. You're still dancing.
Yeah, hold on. Before you ask them this question, I just
Okay.
want everybody to know that Omen used to walk across an entire fucking city to my crib to practice just on the humble, bro.
Like 12 miles.
Yo, like for real. Like this was the most hungry cat I've ever met in my life, bro. Like till this day, I'm like, it still blows my mind that he would walk across the whole city just to get
There
busy.
wasn't no where else to practice, dog. What you want me to do?
Yo, my kitchen at the time was the spot. And yo, man, salute to you, bro, because you used to fucking come over and really, yo, you were the man, dog. And obviously, Step 2, you're a fucking legend. We could talk about stories for days, but that'll always stay with me forever, bro.
No, it's
I got mad love for you guys because where I stopped dancing for many, many years. I'm not active at all, but these guys, they stuck to it. They like got a super footprint in the game. They put a lot of this area on the map. When you think of ill, these motherfuckers is ill, and there's no doubt about it. There's no debate. There's no question. They put the footsteps right there. Nobody could take that shit away from
100.
them, and they rep this area. They're not repping anywhere else. They're not, like Boston. No, they rep Lynn. They rep where they're from. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that don't do that. I ain't gonna name names, but you know what it is.
Yeah. The city, big.
All
The city.
facts.
I
All
respect
facts.
it. Yo, y'all be good. One love.
Peace,
Yo.
Joey.
Peace, Joey.
Peace, Joe.
Yo, amazing, man, because that is 100% all facts. And that's exactly why I brought you guys on, because I came up with you guys, man. And there's a lot of us that are not continuing this, but you guys stay consistent, repping hard, man. But last question is basically, before we get out of here, is there any B-boy that nowadays or legends that you want to shout out that kind of inspired you and still inspired you till today that motivate you to dance?
I want to say Storm, B-Boy Storm, because he's still doing it, and I don't know how old he is. He got to be in his 50-somethings by now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been killing it since forever. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely one that I can think of right off the top. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Legend.
Or Chuo.
Yeah, nah, I mean, for me, dudes that are Storm is definitely one of the dudes because I still watch his power move tutorial.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when he break down all the mills, all the type of spins and all that, because I love to spin. So basically, definitely him and like Migas for sure. He's definitely very like for me personally because that's what I really wanted to take on, like that path of like trying to do footwork in a weird way. And, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people right now, what they do is just they see his formula and they just want to do his formula. When I saw his formula, me and Step, we wanted to change it. We wanted to make it our own shit.
Right.
That was the whole point of the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we saw that shit, we respected it enough to be like, damn, that's his own shit. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take a little bit of this to the back, and then put a little bit of mine in there, and try to like make it our own. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the whole key in the beginning. You know what I mean? But that's why I look up to these cats, not to, have similarities, because you look like some of these dudes look like they come from the same, they come from the same church and shit. And it's like you're not even in the same country, so it's like, dude,
right?
You know what I mean? Like it's dope that you get inspired by like, he even says it on this on the Let's Prove a Point that DVD. He's like, I know you're gonna get inspired off these moves, but if I see you don't do my moves, because if I see you, I'm gonna smoke you. Like he just says that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. And I'm sure Steph feels the same way too.
And you know what? Basically, it's like, a lot of cats nowadays, they coming up with new moves for sure. They're coming up with new moves.
Yeah, I see a lot of shit. Yeah,
but it's not a whole style. So they all kind of resemble each other, but they got new moves. But it's like you gotta try and make your own style so you stand out. Like you want to be able to stand out, not just have a move that stands out. You want your
exactly
top to bottom to stand out. So, you know, like when
Great point.
like Migas and Storm and all them, they're legends and they don't look nothing alike.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what you want. That's what you want at the end of your. Oh, my lights went off.
Oh snap!
There
They
we
turned
go.
the lights
Here
up
we
on
go.
the
Pay your bill, brother. Pay your bill.
Yo, I'm at work. Look,
Oh, he's at the office. B.
I'm in the office. But yeah, you know, so some of these legends that are out there, Ivan, Storm, K Mal, Migas, like all of them got their own style. They don't look like each other, and they're all legends and they're all dope. So it's like that's what everyone should be trying to aim for, not just the move, you know? So
Right. Absolutely, man. Fellas, that's the end of the low theory, man. I appreciate you both hopping on. I feel like we can continue this conversation even further. You know what I'm saying? We got plenty of stories to tell.
Word.
Maybe we should get back and do a part 2 again, man. You know?
Yeah, I'm definitely
soon.
for that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, is there anything you guys want to plug before we end this?
Oh, anything?
You got anything going on?
Well, not really, man. Things are popping off slowly, you know, like I'm planning to hit a couple of events. I'm going to Colorado this weekend for the USA Breaking Open out there. I will be representing a Defining Movement. That's the organization that's representing us, supporting us to go out there and, you know, for the whole Olympic movement. I don't know if y'all know, but 2024, the Olympics is adding breakdancing, and this is like very important, you know, and it could create jobs for a lot of us. And for myself, I'm hoping to get involved to be a coach, hopefully, maybe, you know what I'm saying, for the USA team, maybe a strategist or whatever. So, you know, keep on the lookout for these events. These events are pretty dope. This young talent coming up, and yeah, you know, Defining Movement, Supreme Beings, the Fuego Wolfpack, VS. We out here, 3-5. You already know.
Appreciate y'all. Oh, yeah, 235 originals, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for anybody who's on right now, the live, make sure you follow me. Make sure you follow them. I'm going to be putting this on the podcast platform so everybody can hear the audio, put it on YouTube. So don't worry. We're going to let everybody continue hearing your story. And let's get it cracking, man. You guys be good. Continue killing it on the dance floor, man. If you guys need anything, holla at me.
Thanks for reaching out. You know what I'm saying? This is dope.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Peace.
Absolutely. Peace.
Easy.